Welcome back, everybody. Here we go again. So first thing we need to do is do some fishing. It's going to get dark, so we need to find my MVGs and go get some fishing done. Did I have a water bottle on me? I did. Good. We'll have a look around the base once I get home. Normal thing, down to our fishing spot. Go for blue. We'll go for something different because I'm mixing them up all the time, aren't I? There we go. Yep, we're going to do some fishing, get that fridge filled, because we're going to do a longer sessions today. That's the aim anyway. And then we have a couple of keys to do. Then we need to find some code locks. Someone? Just me. I suppose it is midweek. But first of all, fishing. That's our priority to start with. We might need to do some key farming because I could do with some more police keys. And then we'll do a show around the base because I've Tetrised it today and last night, and it's all nice and tidy now. With a slight move around. We couldn't build onto the roof because I built the roof panel the wrong way round. I built it as a roof rather than a floor. Would mean that it would be easier for us to be soft side raided. So I put a wall up to stop that happening. You have to worry about these things. As you do. But our first port of call is we need some fish. We need some food for base. So let's get that done now. And then we're set up for the session. Because then when we come back to base to offload stores or to pick up keys or to do things, we'll always have food available. We need to get some more 5.56. You know, I've only got 32 rounds. We're going to have to go 5.56 hunting. And I could still do with a mag for a 5.45 because we've got a nice little AK. A lot of AK ammo. We've got a couple of AKs, but we've got no mags for them. And we could do with doing some AI farming. Because once again, I've got... Get the patty. One set of armour for me, but I could do with getting a set of armour for Chuckles. First of all, I'm going to need a stick, because we need to make some wooden hooks. We'll be back in after the server restart, guys, so nothing to worry about there. The night time's coming. We do have our NVGs with us, so that's fine. All right, let's make a hook. With us, we can always burn that back at base. Put that one on us. Put that one on there. That's that done. Get some worms. Little features on here. Having the lighthouses work is great. Makes the world feel more alive. I'd like 6 fish if possible. So that's 12 fillets. So we get through so much food on here. Be the last circle. If we can get all that as fish, I'd be over the moon. I said we did bring MVGs with us. Nice to get a pot as well. But so often on here we're fishing because we're about to die. But just fishing because we want the food is nice. Base is far more organised now. Hello, good morning. How are you? We're just doing a bit of fishing to start us off for the day. So, because it's night time, get the fishing done, get the fish cooked. We've got a server restart in 8 minutes. It just means that then we've got some food to be able to carry on game a bit without having to worry about food so much. And the base has had a major tidy since yesterday and a bit of a switch round. So I can see better where I am now. Oh, I'm happy with that. What do we get? 3, 4, 5, 6 fish. So 12 fillets. That's pretty good going. Get this home and get it cooked. That's a good find. And good morning to yourself. I hope you're good. My morning was not so good. Oh, that's bad to hear. What happened, if you don't mind me asking? My GPU died. Oh, no. It's the last thing you want. Completely dead, or rescuable dead, or really dead. I'm going to go soon and buy a new one. What are you going to get? What did you have before, and what are you going to get this time? I'd be lost without this GPU, so I feel your pain on that one. No screen, nothing. Ah, oh, horrible. My 3080 I used to have 3 years ago died in a case I had, and I replaced it with this 4070 Super Ti that I've got now, or Ti Super, and bought a new case, rebuilt everything, and worked out the 3080 was still working. But go to buy a new one. Yeah, 100%. You've got to have a working GPU. It's got to do its job. We won't light the fire until after the restart, because I don't want to waste any of the energy. So now, down here, we've got this. The reason I got that in there is they're going to get given away, because I'm not allowed to raid anymore now I'm a mod on the server. I am allowed to, but I've decided not to allow myself. And then we put first aid there. That is the armory for low tier weapons. Then we've got our lockers here with ammo in the middle and MVGs. And then on this platform, I've got base building, MBC, and kitchen. But now we're going to wait till after the restart. We're going to put that in there and that there. There we are, restart time. So we'll be back up as soon as the restart happens, guys. I don't have the gas mask yet. All the boots, maybe? I think I have most of what I need. I'll show you in a second where we're up to. We're nearly there. I have three gas canisters. I have some anti-pox injectors, and I have various items. I think it's the gas masks we need. But I need 3 sets. I need a set for me, a set for Chuckles, and a spare set. Okay. Do you know what the recipe is? Is it the face mask plus something? Bottle and the white face mask from Medic. Okay, yeah. In which case, we need some white face masks and then we're there. And then we can make a trip to Tricresta. Yeah, so I always want to have one spare. I want a set that I can use, a set that Chuckles can use, and then a spare set so when one of us dies, we've still got that set. I'm of that. I like to have a minimum of 3 of items because there's 2 of us in the team. Just how I always try and work. So today's main objective is to get some more 5.56 and some more 5.56 weapons. So I'm going to have to trigger AI and fight them to get better hardware, which means we're going to have to push into... Is Ray mad? No. No, Ray's okay. Why? Ray's fine. Oh, he was ill last night. And he works very early in the morning. So he went to bed not feeling very well and then gets up and goes to work. So I wouldn't worry. We'll just wait for the hour to roll over and then I'll try and join. I've spoke to him this morning. He seems okay. He called me this morning for a chat. It's not really for me to say, is it? That's not. Yeah. If he wants to tell you what he does for a job, then he'll tell you. Yeah. Thank you for building info on Discord. That's okay. I hope it helps. And welcome back. Right, let's see if we can join yet. I expect it's still not available. Hmm? There we go. Let's get some fish cooked. There we go. So the ISO containers that we forever on here going inside, the big camouflage things, and the blue, yellow, red, blue, pink ones, Ray gets to move around. All right, that's food. We can go away. All right, let's do some fish work. Easier to get it away, won't it? Put the knife in my hand, drag the fish. Oh, there's a lot of new stuff coming, guys. You'll be impressed. No spoilers, but you will be impressed. So the rest of this week, guys, I will be, apart from probably Saturday, streaming. Maybe Friday, maybe Saturday, depending on which day I decide to go and see friends and family. But I'm off now until next Tuesday from work. Okay, we'll see you later. Good luck with the GPU. So I'll be doing a lot of streaming today, Wednesday, tomorrow, Thursday. As I said, either Friday I'll go off and do things, or Saturday, I haven't decided which yet. And then Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Oh, that get burnt because I was a foolish goblin. Talking to you guys and not thinking. On the weekend I play 24 hours. I can't do that. I'm too old to do that. I need my sleep. Need to get my base set up. Yeah, you do. 100%. You get lots of lovely loot then. I think DayZ is broken. DayZ's always been broken. It will never stop being broken. It's DayZ. Right, let's get that put away. And then I can give you a tour of the base. Now we've upped things. We're going to keep the burnt one because we've got charcoal tablets, so it's still usable. We'll just swap it round so we don't need it by mistake. So, as I said, we've moved, starting down here. When Ray's home tonight, we'll get him to collect this stuff off me, so put it into a giveaway bag. I've got a bag ready for it as well, and I'll put some other bits and pieces in there, and we'll do it as a bag drop event. So this is first aid and repair. This is low tier armory. At the moment, that's just clothing. Spare rucksacks and a bit of clothing. Better weapons, money, keys, mags, scopes, ammo, and NVGs and lights, torches. obviously our cooking area. Then we've got our spare water. Spare water bottles and stuff for growing. Planter box. Our NBC and NBC, so we're nearly full suits. We're getting there. And then base building. And then we're saving them ready for winter. And the workbench itself. I know we don't need the tape measure on here for it to work, but because I found one, I've put one in there. Because old school base building plus needed the tape measure, and you needed to put plot poles in old school base building plus. So that's home. I'm not going to go out on the ground until the sun comes up, guys. I don't think there's much point. But for nearly 2 weeks, this is okay. The loot, not so much. Great balance. So I only pick up the things I need, if that makes sense. I don't pick up massive amounts of loot, because the more loot we get, the more laggy the base becomes. And the more storage I need. So I'm forever working through. When the base is finished, a lot of these tools will get thrown away and burnt. I'll only keep back what I need, but the base is not finished yet. I need some more doors in, and we need to obviously code lock things. I need to put roofs over things so people can't climb over. I need to like put half walls along there. All that sort of stuff needs to be put in. I need to block off those gaps. We need another door, probably here or here. I'd like to run that as a corridor up to here and then have a door here. Oh, and as if by magic, it's morning. I think a certain admin has just forwarded it to morning. And that wasn't me. And then that's first aid at the moment because I've got another first aid container. Eventually this will become just where we dump stuff. It'll be empty, and this will be people come home from a loot run, they dump everything in here, and then I can sort it out nicely. So it stops it being a forever problem. Right, MVG's away. Just remember where I've put things now. Because there's no point having them on me during the day. So we're going to go and do another key. Need to use up these keys. Move my RV across to where I'm going. And I've forgotten completely. It's there. And what I'd like to do is trigger AI. Let's be honest about this. Because we'd like to do some AI farming. Okay, thank you. Gonna run over to the hospital, do the key. Thank you. That's massively appreciated. Yeah, so I've got another 6 days off, 5 days off. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, so I've got 5 more days off of leave. One morning will be taken up doing other things. And now you're going for keys. Yep, we're going off to do it. We're going off to do a key. I'd like to trigger, if AI trigger would be brilliant, because we can kill the AI, hopefully, and then bring home some more stuff that we need for base. I could do with another set of armor in base for Chuckles. I could do with more ammo. Could do with more M4s. And then we might take a trip off to kill the chickens and can do the next bit of the hunter quest, because at the same time we can then pick up. We've got to kill 2 more chickens, and then we'll get to do some searching around the map and hope to get ourselves some more ammo. Maybe go and hit the airfield. We're not quite ready to hit northwest, and I'd like to take Chuckles with me for that. I have 7.62. I have a 300 black. I have a VSD. But mags are the problem. And I still count 5.56 as being high tier. It's what I use in my work job. Yeah. It's what I used to use when I was a soldier. It's what I involved with now at work. The best weapon in DayZ is the one you're holding in your hand. But I've got a 300 black in base. I just don't have enough ammo to take it out. And on a server like this, where there isn't high tier armor, 5.56 is a good killing weapon. So did I. That's why I was like, oh, someone to shoot. And you have to learn, don't you, in DayZ, to keep scanning all the time and look at everything. It doesn't help when I'm running on a 4K screen. It looks really nice and the screen's quite big, but there's more real estate for me to watch all the time. Gonna wait to see if we get AI. Because AI is random. Again, it's been fixed. So I can't farm the AI anymore. And I know I'm bleeding, but I want to make a little bit of, find somewhere to bandage that's safer. Does the blueprint book only spawn in industrial? Yes, industrial buildings, in stashes, and on tier 1 base building airdrops. Bless me. I'm getting cut a lot. Must be getting ruined clothes. I haven't really searched them a lot. I found one on an airdrop and I've given up searching. I need to go back and searching to get some code locks. Yeah, there are stashes, but they're not everywhere, if that makes sense. And that's what's nice. It's a bit more... You have to search to find these things. I don't want a rangefinder. They're about as much use as a chocolate teapot. This server is harder and makes you think about it and search more, and it's a bit probably more... I don't like using the word realistic, but it is, isn't it? Because if you were hiding something, you wouldn't make it obvious to see. Didn't mean to do that. Take that for a win, though. And that. Yes. Yeah, you have to think much more tactically, which is why I think I really like the server. It's like vanilla done right. What ruined? No, they're all right. Yeah, no, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And even if the server's low pop, it still feels alive. There's still stuff happening. There's still stuff to do. You don't get bored. So I've come from a world of rearmed, aftermath, down bad, playing with a full-on PvP team. And what they do very, very well. But it's not for everybody. And what this does, it does very, very well, but it's not for everybody. You just have to find that right balance. The great thing about DayZ is there's so many different servers. People can find something that works for them. And not every server works for everybody. Is that fair? You know, a lot of my friends would never play this because they want to play Call of Duty DayZ. So Aftermath or Rearmed is where they want to be, or Down Bad. I prefer a more survival, exploring, living off the land with PvP. So then I like this. I mean, I played Aftermath for about a year and a half. I loved Aftermath. Played it all the time. Played it to death. I paid for priority queue on there. I loved that service. I really, really adored them. But I like this as well. And I like this equally, but for different reasons. Rearmed, my problem with Rearmed is, again, I love the server. I have no problems with playing Rearmed, but I don't use filters. I like to play DayZ looking like it should look. And a lot of players on Rearmed are running filters. So you're at a disadvantage when players are turning down the graphic settings and getting rid of shadows and making it look, making you characters pop to make easy kills. And that's fine. That's what people do. But that's not me. So it's very hard to play servers that encourage that. Yeah, and the toxicity. It's really nice being on here without the toxicity. It's nice, you know, don't get me wrong. We are killing each other on here. PvP's happening. People are dying. I need that chicken, don't I? Hello, Mr. Chicken. dealt with. So how I would say is, on here, players will kill you. But then they'll talk to you about it. You'll have a conversation. People are pretty much nice around the killing. And I like that. I like the fact that it's a game. It's a PvP server, but people aren't toxic with it. But then as you become more popular, servers become more toxic because people... That's just the nature of the game. Unfortunately. Come on. Thank you. Bloody base building plus and it's lag. So I need to kill one more chicken and I need two chicken... I need a selection of chicken breasts to hand in. It makes it more survival, yes. 100%. But with the stuff that I want, you know, the keys, even keys, I think works well on here. The fact that you don't find them all the time, I don't think that's a bad thing. It's still got the bug in. Yes, is the answer to that. So tent still can't be used. That's a shame. Okay, let's put away what we need to put away of in here. First aid stuff. Nope. Oh, crossbow. Why did we pick up a zombie killing? Will it let me place this? Oh, come on. Come on, game. Oh, come on. You were working yesterday fine, and this morning. There we go. No, this is a droppy one, isn't it? Unfortunately. I bet it'll drop it underneath because it won't see the... Yeah. It doesn't understand the floor, unfortunately. Oh, well, that's life. Right, let's put away this food. Ray made a very good decision with what he's doing. Yes, 100% he has. Food goes in there. We can bring that there and that there now. Cans of drink go in the cans of drink house. I'll carry the spare knife on me, I think. So, MVC stuff needs to go away. And we need to take one of those with us. Okay, we've got one already, that's fine. So if you pick up any NBC, it just drops into those slots, or we can put it into those slots. That needs to go away. That needs to go away. We'll carry the spare knife. Decide where that's going to go. Money needs to go away, doesn't it? Chickens for a mission. We'll carry the spare rags. We'll take a spare water bottle. We don't need the battery on us. Fine. Just go in there for the moment. Right. We now need to work out what weapon we're taking on this trip. Get me some Mauser ammo. That's sorted. I need water. We've got to go and hand a quest in, basically. We need to kill one more chicken to do it. Water up to date. We're going to need some food on us. Food dealt with. Okay, chat's back. Yeah, Hunter's Quest. I've killed one chicken. I've killed 2 chickens. Where's my little hunter house? That one. There we go. I'm gonna need anything. Yeah, I need to repair some kit. No more sewing kits, so we're using tape. It won't take that far long to run it, and we'll be able to loot en route. Nah, it won't. Today's going to be a long day of streaming. I might like take a break for lunch, but That'll be a be right back break. And go and buy a sandwich and then carry on. It's been one of them days. Right, let's take a replacement knife that's of reasonable quality. That'll do. We've got a spare knife there, bit of emergency food. We need to fill up that water bottle before we go. That done. Don't think there's a lot else I need, is there? That needs to be in there. That's loaded. We've got limited ammo on that, but fully auto in case we bump into a player. Okay, let's go and do it. Nice run. Still only me on, but I'd expect that from middle of the week. Quite direct route. We do need one more chicken. And then we need 3 chicken steaks to hand in. I'll probably go and do other things on... See, Chuckles is off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I won't be streaming when Chuckles is off, because if he's around and we game together, I don't stream, because then we can just have a chat net, because he's my mate, and it's nice just to talk. I only tend to stream when I'm solo, and that way it's me, the game, and you guys. I like to just play when I've got friends around. We can plug our headsets in and as a team just chat and play and game. Thank you, that's appreciated. I try and... So when I I wasn't going to stream. I wasn't going to be a streamer. It would never have happened. I would never have thought of putting myself out there and streaming. And I was playing Fallout 76, and a very good friend of mine, Irish, kept saying to me, you need to start streaming, and somebody called Ten, another good friend. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to, and I decided I would. And at the time I thought I'll go for Mixer, because Mixer was still around in those days. So and you're talking with the chat, that's also good. I like to engage. That's why I stream. It's a company thing. So what I did was I know. And I understand if you're a big streamer, because you can't keep up with chat. But for small streamers, not engaging, I don't get. So I bought all the stuff. I bought a webcam, and I got a better graphics card, and I got a second monitor, put it all in place, and then Mixer closed. So I went to Twitch. Yeah, Twitch, isn't it? Yeah, is it Twitch? It is Twitch, yeah. So I was streaming Fallout 76 on Twitch, and I got myself to like 380 followers or subs, whatever they're called on there. Followers on there. I got monetized, but I didn't enjoy the Twitch experience. I then stopped playing Fallout 76 and started playing DayZ, and decided that I'd go to Kick. When Kick was first starting off, I got monetized on Kick, but it wasn't for me. And I thought, I had a long, hard talk with myself and decided what I would do is I would do something different, because at the time, not many people were streaming 4K DayZ. And YouTube allows you to do 4K content. So I thought, there's something that I can do that's different. So I bought myself a 3080 graphics card in those days. Started streaming YouTube. I'd had a YouTube account for a few years already. You know, my YouTube account is 6 years old last week. But I hadn't really done anything with it. Roughly, yes. A few years older than me. Chuckles is. But then we've got another friend that's in his 30s that occasionally games with us. And then, so I came to YouTube and started making YouTube content. And up until November last year, I had like 700 subs. And then I did a video on a server called Lone. And I did it before Fresh Spawns did it. And it went viral. So far I've had 68,000 views on it. And that got me 300 subs and got me over the magical 1,000 mark. And then I could start earning from advertising. And while it's not a massive amount I make, I'm doing, it's doing okay. You know, I normally get a payout from YouTube every other month. So yeah, I'm 54. Chuckles is probably 5-6 years older than me. And then Lego, when he's about, Lego's in his early 30s. But Lego and I have been, so Chuckles lives in the States. I've never met him. We met through gaming. Lego and I met through drinking. Yes, yeah. And that's, you know, my other video that's done quite well was a video on a PvE server. I did a review of it. That's done pretty well. Not in that region. But that one video got me over the mark. And that's, once you get over the 1,000, it's I'm not, as I said, I didn't make a massive amount. Some videos do better than others, because it all depends on adverts and there's no fixed amount. So you guys watch an advert and I get paid a very little bit for you watching that advert. But every advert has a different rate. So some days I might get 100 views and that might be worth a couple of pounds to me. And the next day I get 100 views and that's only worth 40 pence to me. It really depends on how much the advertisers are paying, and I have no control over that. That's down to YouTube. But I don't mind. And my videos stay. I played with a few different games to see what would work. But I understand that I'm a YouTube streamer. That doesn't mean that in the future I might not have a second channel where I put, or no, actually I'll stay with this main channel. What might happen in the future is rather than stream it, I might make some series in other survival games and upload them like weekly with a weekly upload, and they go like record Stalker 2 and record the whole of Stalker 2 from starting to completion, break it down into hour-long chunks, upload them, schedule them, and have them come out every Wednesday. That way, because I've worked out if I go live in a different game, I lose subs. And I get that. People watch me for DayZ. My channel, my DayZ channel, my YouTube channel talks about me being a survival game streamer. So really I should be looking at some other survival games at times. But we'll get there. I'm enjoying making the content. I love chatting to you guys. You know, I'm single. Don't want to let her. Your company, and it's good fun, and we have good conversations, and I'm glad that we at times can find servers that we all want to play. I'll take a piece of rope with me in case we need to have an emergency fishing session. Not allowed to raid anymore, so no point picking up burlap sacks. I'm not walking that home. And the server will get there. The more people that watch and go, oh, that looks like an interesting server, and then I hit that button on my little stream deck, and that appears, will be the more people that potentially come in and give it a go. No, I haven't been to Tissy yet. I've done VMC. I've done Northwest Airfield. I haven't done Northwest Airfield on this wipe, but I have done VMC. But remember, I play differently than other people. We all play differently, let's be honest. But my way of playing is to secure a base, secure supplies, go out looking for what I want to go out looking for. I don't like going to high tier areas until I think I'm ready. I know what bit now. If we decide to hit the airfield on the way home, then I can tell you which part I'll hit. It'll be up at Bashneer, but it'll be at this bit here, because I think that's quite profitable with less danger. So a lot of what I do is calculated risk. So I'm thinking, if I go there, have I got a good chance of meeting someone? Yes. Where have I got the best chance of being able to win? Because I'm better at close quarter than I am at distance. Tents and buildings. I don't want long distances because I'm not a natural sniper. So I'm thinking about that sort of thing when I'm planning what to hit. I didn't think the loot was very good on VMC. I don't think it was worth the risk. I'm not a natural Tissy person, so I haven't been to Tissy yet, but I don't normally go to Tissy at all. Just not me. I will do at some point on this server, because I'm making this my home. I'm promoting it, I'm playing it, I'm showing it off, so I will need to. It's like I'm not a car person. You'll never see me with a vehicle in the game, or very rarely see me with a vehicle. You'll very rarely see me with a helicopter. I like doing it on foot. I'm an ex-infantry soldier from a long time ago, and I was a light infantry soldier that we didn't have vehicles. We did everything on foot. We carried everything with us. So for me, this feels natural. Garages, we'll check garages. You know, some people like to loot everything on a server. Go through, you know, John that will be coming on probably tonight and giving the server a go. I'm hoping he'll make it his home. Used to always play my servers, but he will probably like this because it's quite close. He's someone that will go into a town and loot everything in that town. Whereas I'm in, out, do what I've got to do, move on. Just seeing if I could hear a chicken. Solve that problem. My favourite map is Livonia, but I don't like the fact that you have to be a duo or above to do the bunker. I think that's an oversight by BI. But Livonia looks very much like where I live in the UK. So it reminds me of home. I might not have done... What were you asking? Sorry if I missed it. Could you repeat? Or is it on the Discord? Because if it's on the Discord, I won't have seen it until after the stream. Because if I go in and start answering Discord questions, there's too much chance of me getting killed, if that makes sense. And I don't have the Discord running at the moment. But if you ask the question in here, then I'm more than happy to answer if I can. And I'm sorry if I missed your question. Oh, the deer and no sounds. It's a BI bug. I did see it. I forgot to answer it. It's a known BI bug. Animal sounds don't always work correctly. And they're fully aware of it. It's something that they're trying to work on. Something that's happened with some of the later stuff they brought in when they changed the sounds made the animals not work right. So it's not the server, it's DayZ. It's a DayZ bug, yeah. 100% it's a DayZ bug. And BI are fully aware of it. Same happens now with wolves sometimes. They'll appear on you and you won't have heard them scream or bark or howl. Bears the same. You won't always hear them growl. They are aware. They are working on it. They will fix it. But it's sometimes, as much as we're like, oh, it's an easy fix, sometimes it's not. You know? And you asked that question when I was inside the base and I was upstairs next to the armory, next to my locker upstairs, and I was running around doing stuff and forgot. like always when they bring an update. Yeah, and sometimes, you know, I get it, because this is a complex game. There's millions of lines of code in here, and when they build something new, unless you test it with every possible thing, sometimes shots... Yeah. We need to get in those trees over there, so when they come into the open ground, we can shoot at them. I need the height advantage. So we're flanking in a big arc. So I'm hoping that they're pushing in the direction where they came under fire. And then we can scoop in, pick up the loot and extract. That's the plan. Doesn't always go according to plan. I'm just pushing left flank. When we get clear, we'll sort our loot out. Five, five, six. Why won't it accept it? the ammo's not really there. So DMR mags aren't working. Yeah, that worked. Shame about the mag. Right, I need to take a snapshot of that mag to report it as a problem. Didn't know I was on the bottom of the airfield. Huh. I thought I'd come on the top of the airfield. That's all right. But we did all right. We got a bigger rucksack. It shows us it won't fit here, and it shows it's got ammo in it, but when you unload it, no ammo appears. So the magazine is broken. So I take a photo, so then when I'm off stream, I can have a chat to Ray about it and probably take them. If we can't fix them, then take them completely out the map, remove them from types. Because as much as I don't care, and I don't, it's pixels, if you want to have a professional server, you've got to fix all these little bugs. Otherwise you end up with hundreds of tickets and you've got to replace them all the time, and then there's no fun in being an admin or a mod, because you can't play the game anymore. All you're doing is you're dealing with problems. So before you become popular, you need to iron out all the bugs. Last night I had a sleeping bag despawn on me, so it doesn't bother me, but I reported it this morning so Ray can look at it tonight when he comes home from work and try and work out why. Because otherwise, what's the point of having sleeping bags in the game? And we'll end up hundreds of tickets when people start finding sleeping bags and they don't survive in their bases. And sometimes it can be something really simple, like on the types file, which is types is how all the loot is generated and run for DayZ. If you don't have a tick box in something that says count in map, then it will despawn on a restart. In basic terms. There can be lots of other reasons as well. It could be a conflict with another mod, because different mods are written in different ways and sometimes they override each other, which can cause problems. Which is why, ultimately, if you want to run a popular server, you want to bring all the mods in-house and have your own mods for everything. Right, we're going to need a second chicken before we do what we need to do. So we're going to have to go to Sin Stock and go chicken hunting. And I take a photo because if I get killed, I'll forget. So by taking a photo in Steam, it just gives me a reminder after I've finished to go through my photos and go, oh yeah, that prompt, that's a reminder, that needs to be sent across. It needs to be looked into. And then the thing to do is highlight it and take your photo, so then you get the actual name of it as well. Because you might have 2 or 3 mags that look the same, but that one's a Morty's one, and the other one might be a Snafu one. And the Snafu one might work fine, but it's overriding the Morty's one and stopping the Morty's one from working. Or it could be a different mag, it's stopping it from working. Yeah, same as me. I forget also the time when I want to do something and just don't make the screenshot. Yeah, I have to do it. Either that, or it's a case of trying to remember roughly where I was on the VOD and go back and re-watch it. And I don't always want to do that. But by the time that I get to the point where I'm tired of streaming, then what I don't want to be doing is sat there watching the screen. I need to go away and have a break. I mean, I started early today, or earlier for me. I'm not going to do a 12-hour stream because I burn out too easily. But what will happen is I'll run till I'm feeling a little bit like I need a break, and then I'll go and have a break and have some food and come back on. I would love to be able to do 12-hour sessions in stream. I just can't anymore. Not in this game. Maybe in something like Manor Lords, where you just sat down doing stuff from above. But on something like this, I couldn't. It's too intensive for me. I can play for about 6 hours if I'm gaming with friends, and then I need a break. And probably the maximum stream I can do when I'm 100% ready to go, and I'm not tired and I'm not stressed, is about 6 hours. So I tend to do 3 to 4 hour streams, roughly, and then take a break and then come and do another one. And streaming on a weekday mornings is never going to do that well for numbers, for watching. Best time for me to stream is early morning, Saturdays and Sundays. I do very well on those days. But also, sometimes at the weekend, you know, if I've had a hard week, I don't always want to be streaming at the weekend. Sometimes I want to just have a break. Can't believe she cut me. Had it gone down somewhere? All sleeping. Yeah. I don't sleep very well. Never have. But I think it's because I'm ex-army and I'm used to going to bed late and getting up early. So I value the sleep I get. I always want glow sticks for base. It means you can keep the base alive, keep the base lit without using other resources. My second ever kill in DayZ was on the railway line around here, up there. Somebody drove past me on a quad bike and I unloaded into their back. My first ever kill was at the airfield down south. I've been playing DayZ for about 3 weeks and I was streaming it and I was like, there's a player, and then somebody was in chat, kill them. And I was like, I've never made a kill on DayZ before, and they're like, do it, it'll be good for you. And they were talking me through like go left, go right, go left, go right. They've probably gone up there, so if you move to this side of the building you'll get a better angle on them. And they were right. But we're going to have to start walking when we get into this area because we want to give a chance for a chicken to spawn and not despawn when I move away from the area. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? There's the power plant up there. Dots. Any crash over there. We want to go there. Someone's opened that barrel. Chips. Or crisps, as I call them over here. What flavour are those? I'm not sure I'd like those. They look too salt and vinegary. I'm... Cheese and onion for me. UK crisps, chips as everybody else calls them. In cheese and onion. What's your favourite flavour? Barbecue. Okay. Nah, cheese and onion for me. Massive cheese and onion fan. Can't have salt and vinegar because it... And I love salt and vinegar on fish and chips and things because I get allergic reaction to the chemicals used to make it. I love barbecue. Pickled onion we have in the UK, which I adore. But real pickled onions, I don't so much like. Right then, what we've got to do is cut this chicken up and hopefully get 3 breasts from 2 chickens. Bacon, I'm with you on that. Bacon's good. I want the bones because we can use it for fishing hooks at base. So those I want. Let's go and hand in a mission. And it is here. All sorted. I'd like some seeds out the greenhouse in here. That would be useful. So we can grow something in base. That for a win. Hello, mate. Five hares and deliver 5 pelts. Oh. So this is just we're working on him first before we can go to the other one. Okay, that's fair. Take that, it's a storage box. Five hares are easy to do. We'll use them, do them using pieces of wire. Well, we're just going to turn off these, hide the HUD. Basic scope. It's not amazing scope, but I'm not going to say no to it. Right, tomato seeds for base. Now, glad to get a Mosin back. We can throw away that, we don't care. Now, I want to come to about there. And then slip into the back of Bashnir and look for some 556. Yeah, easy for hares. Just 2 sticks, piece of wire, bit of bait, stick it outside the castle, wait 10 minutes, go and pick up a hare, rebait it, rinse and repeat 5 times, then bring the loot up here, hand it in. But on the way home, I'd like to pick up some 5.56. Right up. Not night time, just going to get bad storm. Oh, there we are. There's your power plant. You need MVGs to go in there. Or bacon, or that what I like. Tortilla, white meat and cheese, and then put it in the oven. Is that oven? Oven? More a sandwich person, me, than tortilla. But I get what you mean. What the fuck is this? Okay, this is... a power plant. It's here on the map. And you need a set of MVGs to go in. Oh, it's normally dark in there. It's custom. Actually, I need to take a photo of that. Because that wasn't dark and it should be. So it's something else to report. Something different, isn't it? Something to explore, though. I've not been in there yet. What I won't do is I won't go in there when it's not getting dark, because it should be dark. So you want to have it. For me, going in now, if the darkness isn't working, if the trigger's not triggering correctly, is the wrong thing to do. If I wasn't streaming it and it wasn't something I'm now invested in, then I was just gaming the server, of course I'd go in there. I'd go in and loot the place when it was safer to do so. But now I'm invested in the server and I'm part of the team, I would rather go in there when it's correct, because then I get to show it off how it's meant to be showing off. Any ammo on the Mosin? Yes. So in an emergency, we can use the Mosin. I'm a Mosin fan. Even though I'm not a natural rifle person. I'll take a Mosin over a K98 any day. We should check the industrial up there. At the rail yard. It makes sense to do so. Or did we do this? We did this one on the way down, didn't we? Yeah. In vanilla DayZ, my favourite weapon is the SLR. Or the FN FAL, what you guys would call the LAR. Only because the FAL in semi-automatic, not fully automatic, was a British weapon. A Belgian weapon used by the Brits for a long time. Want me to show you a little stash point if you're ever playing a server and you want to hide things? Can I find it? Maybe. I'm not going to know. When I'm here... No, it's on a different bit. Okay. I need to do another one of my stash videos. Best places to hide things in vanilla servers. Good zombie, waiting your time. Come on, I want the sun to come out again. It's got a bit dark all of a sudden. On modded DayZ, 300 black all the way. For me. And so, because I'm a better assault rifle person than I am sniper. Or the DMT, the one that's silent, the one that's bolt action, that has a silencer that you can shoot people and they don't even know that if you miss them, they don't hear the round. Built-in silencer on some servers. It used to be on Aftermath. And that was my only sniper rifle I could work with, because when I missed people, I could get a second or third shot. Because I refused to use rangefinders. I prefer to work out how to judge distance. Or use the graticals, so I like scopes to work correctly. Which, unfortunately, in DayZ, a lot of the time they don't. Because they've just been painted, the graticals have been painted on rather than being made to work correctly. DLV, DVL? Yeah, DVL 10. DVL 10, that's the one, isn't it? The one that comes with the modded built-in silencer. I love that weapon. 308. Or 762 Civilian, as it's otherwise known as. A box of nails? No. Wishful thinking. Actually, in all honesty, a spare pair of cargo pants is useful. Standard train. Nothing special. Okay. Used to live in this barn on a server. More interested in the food. I promised Chuckles I'd bring home better weapons. So if I can bring home some 5.56, that's good. I do recognise that we're going to have a storage problem again at base. I have an idea. Well, I was coming here for a reason. It is possible to do. The downside to it is people don't always want things going in the same place. So whereas I like to have at the top water, knives, food, other people will have ammo. So people, different players like to do things different ways. And also, if someone's not picked up a rucksack, you then need to write the script that will put it somewhere else. You also need to name every item of clothing to put it into, and every rucksack that you've got in your server, or every bag, in order. But it is possible to do. It's not. Unfortunately, there's no like overriding class name rucksack. And then when you start using modded stuff, it makes it even more difficult. Because as much as this is the MMG, MMPS, Antax A, in real terms, it might have started off life as a sea chest. that they've just remodded. So you'd have to then make it be a sea chest again for your adding stuff. Oh, it's all very complex at times. What they do, Ray's self-taught, but what they do is out of this world. Way over my level of understanding. I can edit types files. I can manipulate some of the basic code, and I can play with some JSONs to set things up. I can't write mods. Ray can. And what he's got planned, if it's out tonight or... Go for the SSG. You want to throw away that. That can go. That can go. That can go. That can be eaten. That can go. No, he is good at coding. I can't tell you. I wish I could. That's important. That's very important, but no space for it. One of my favourite scopes. Don't need. MP5, don't need. Do need. Not a fan of the stayer. I'll still keep the SSG. Yes, it will be a surprise for later. Only because if he can't get it implemented for some reason, then I don't want to say this is going to happen and then it can't happen. I want you with a hat, because you've got a chance of keys. No, it won't work on that one. I need... normal shed. A normal shed that I can lock or climb up. Come on. I don't want to shoot you because you'll attract lots more. No keys today. Normal plate over Try UCP. Normal plate. Normal plate's bigger. We'll say with a cry. M16. Bulletproof backpack. Access to HQ equipment room. Tissy. We'll take that. Rifle sling. Always take a frag. Always put them on a trip. I'm very hyped and interested what will come out today. So I have conversations with Ray once or twice a day, normally. Now, maybe every day, if I'm about and he's about. And he'll show me what's coming, just get my feedback on it, which is really nice. Oh, that is gold dust. I know. I have no idea where it is. So, whereas other people will search the whole airfield, I only do this area. I think risk versus reward, you get good loot out of here without having to push too far. And I've outlived my welcome now, so it's time to extract. And get out of these woods to get away from bears. I've got 2 keys to do it, Tissy, now. I've got the radar station and I've got HQ. But we don't have the ammo yet for it. Because that's going to have AI and bears pushed on me, you can guarantee it. Knowing how Ray thinks. Alright, time to push for home. I say we've done quite well from that run. I'm more interested in the fact that we got some 5.56 and another 5.56 weapon and a mag for it. That's massive for me. Bit of armor for Chuckles. That's good. I'll show you on the map. There? Yeah. I think. Been a good loot run. A fair amount, if that makes sense. Enough to make it interesting. Their HQ building will be here. So that's what they've built an area there. It's called the bunker. It's a mod that's available, and they've edited the custom area to lock it down a bit further and make it toxic. I love the fact that you don't get many keys. I love the fact that keys aren't everywhere. So many servers, you pick up keys all the time, where here, you don't. And that's good, in my humble opinion. It means that when you get a key, it really is a reward. Don't want a blaze. We'll take the Fury tabs. Don't want a mountain backpack. Don't want a hunter jacket. We'll take the money. Okay, so we're here. That makes sense. Yes. Yeah. You have to really work for it, and you have to search, and occasionally you find one. Or I hate the servers where you go to a box, you open it up, and there's another key inside, and that takes you to another box. You open that, you get another key, and it's just channeling you to an end game. I just don't like it. I get why they do it, because a lot of players want that. Just not for me. You know, the first time I go to Tissy, I won't take any keys with me because I need to learn Ray's version of Tissy. And so I'll go there, find locked doors, and work out where they are without the keys. And then I'll go back another time with the key that I need for the area I'm going. Always need alcoholic tincture. No, we don't need concrete at the moment. We need mortar. Batteries always need. This is great, but it's like what I did there at Northwest Airfield. I would not search the whole of the airfield because for me the risk is not worth the reward, but just hitting those huts at the back of it gives me what I need normally, which in this case was 556. If I'm going to hit Tissy, there'll be an area that I will go to. There, you know, I'll target a certain area. Other people will go to these places for PvP, and they'll get sniper positions, and I love it. I think it's brilliant what they do. That's not me. I'm in there to loot, get the gear I need, and extract. I don't have gear fear, but I get really annoyed when I get killed because I like to play the game a little bit tactically, says me running across the middle of a field. But I like to think tactically in game. When I'm going to an objective or doing something, I like there to be a reason that I'm going there. And for me, the reason isn't to kill people. The reason is to get a certain type of loot that I want for my base. Whereas others will go there because they want PvP. Or they want to loot the whole place. Or I tend to do more targeted looting. I need to learn where the best loot is on this map. Or, no, that's not true. I need to learn where loot spots are. So if I need a rifle, where to go. If I need a M16, M4, where to go. If I need ammo for my M4, where to go. Those are the things I need to learn, and that takes me a few wipes to learn it. But we've done all right today. That I'm really happy with. This Bergen rucksack I'm happy with. The Commando I'm really happy with. This scope that I've got on my M4 over the moon with. And when I get back to base, I'll probably take a break because I need to have some time away from screen. And then I'll come back in a couple of hours and do another 3-hour or 3.5-hour session, if that makes sense. And then I'll take a break again, and then I'll come back in this evening and do another 3 hours. Because that way I do 9 hours total, but I break it down into 3 chunks. And then when we come back in later, we'll need to go fishing again because we're getting through the fish. Basically, I need to, every time I come onto the server, arguably, I should go fishing to keep that fridge full of fish. Oh, I know where I am. It's where Chuckles and I were living before. Beginning of this wipe, we were living at that castle, and we got raided, which is why we moved. First weekend we got raided at that castle. We didn't have a door up, but somebody came in and stripped us of a load of our gear and tried to carry off one of our boxes and got bored of carrying it. So we decided to move because it would be better that they didn't come back and find more. So hunting animals, brilliant. But for me, where I'm living, fishing is far more effective. Because if you hunt an animal, you've got to track it, you've got to find it, you've got to shoot it, you've got to gut it, you've got to get it home. And there's no guarantee you'll find one. Whereas if you're living on river fish are rubbish in DayZ, sea fish are pretty good. So if you're living near the sea, I think you're better off going fishing. Because you can run straight to the sea, you can fish and guarantee to catch some, and then run home. You're using less calories to gain a bigger amount. It's how I see it. If I was living up here still, I'd be living on animals or river fish, and I don't like river fish. They don't give a lot of nutrition in DayZ. Sea fish are the way to go. But I should really be using the recipe book and making some sausages and things because they're better. But we don't have a cooking pot. The other thing I desperately need to do is do a run to Black Market because I've got the key card to get in. And I need to do a run to the drug trader because I've got a key to use in the drug trader. But I know where I'm going to live next wipe. It's going to be because I know the limitations I've had this wipe. So I know where we're living next wipe. Not going to give it away, obviously, until we're there and we're established. But next wipe will be a different build. It won't be a castle build. And every wipe we will move because I'm a massive base building. Yeah. Or cooking. I love base building. So every wipe we will move and choose something different to live in. because I want to, because I enjoy that. And where I'm going to move to is my favourite spot on all of DayZ to live. So that's taught me I need to bring 4 fish. So when we come to this end of the map. We might be hard pressed to get home on this, so we might be doing some river fishing whether I like it or not. We'll search that village for food. He just dropped the mag on the floor, didn't he? He couldn't work out their space to put it there. Bugger. I'd like get Geb's fish in here for the different fish mod. I quite like Geb's fish as a mod. I will make a suggestion on it. I'm not going to search forever for that mag. I will make the suggestion. I'm quite a fan of Geb's fish. Because then you can have the exotic fish can sell for more in black market. So the black market will buy shark off you and things like that. Really annoyed I've lost that mag, but it only had a few rounds in it. That's what I hate about DayZ, when it can't work out where to put the item even though there's space, and it just drops it on the floor. I understand when there's not space, but when there is, come on game. Do better. Didn't put it into it. Won't have done. No, I didn't throw it into that. No. That's all right. We're bringing home 50 rounds of 5.56. Either way, we've won on that. If there's a river down here, I'm tempted to fish, cook, and eat one piece just to get me home. But we're going to hit that place very soon. And if we can get a little bit of food out of it, that'll get us home fine. But I know we're very soon going to go red food. And whereas on a normal server, that wouldn't be a problem. On here it is. So we'll go food hunting. I'm searching for food. One thing. Because we need to get home. And never be sorry for things like that. We know how much food we use up on this server, and I don't think I have enough calories to make it home without dying. Two days ago, we were running home and we died because we didn't have enough food, and I lost some good gear. I'm not willing to take that risk again. Shit, AI. Right, we're moving. We're not... I don't want a sustained firefight now. No, it's 20 minutes before the restart. And last time we got killed by the AI because they killed me during the restart. Let's be honest about this. because when you get kicked from the server still runs for an extra couple of minutes, which is why you can auto run. Server gets kicked and you end up 200 meters away from where you started off auto running. So having a firefight with the AI at this point, just before a server restart, is stupid. We've got one chicken breast that we can eat. Somewhere, wherever it threw it. And we've got 2.5 Ks to go. And then, as I said, what I'll do is when this happens, I'll log out, go and buy lunch, sort my life out, relax for a while, and then I'll come back in this afternoon. And we'll go and do some other mission quest. Don't know what yet. We'll decide when we get there. Now we'll keep this chicken breast until I go flashing red. I won't forget. Thank you for reminding me. We might do a run to BM later. Actually, I'm quite tempted to do a run down to the drugs trader and use the key down there, but we might have a firefight on our hands. Rob the drugs trader. It does appeal. The server's amazing. I also need to do a little bit of editing on my Be Right Back screen that was suggested last night. And there's a couple of things I want to do on that. I want to build a Be Right Back screen that switches between 2 or 3 screens. So when I go into Be Right Back, it doesn't stay on one screen, it switches between them. And I want a little bit that shows off, like a little square that shows running video of clips of stuff that I've done in the past on servers. But that will take a few hours to build and get working correctly. So it won't be that. Everybody wants, all of us that play this server want it to succeed. And all those bugs need ironing out. The Discord needs a bit of a rewrite. on some stuff that I've identified. But I'm laying off on that in case some of the stuff that's been worked on in the background replaces it anyway. We also need to go and farm some zombies down in Electra for keys, because we're running out of low grade keys that are useful to us. So that needs to happen at some point. And I need to find some more code locks, because we're saving one back. So Chuckles hasn't done his mission to get handed in his black market thing to get the quest to get the code lock, because if we get raided, then very quickly we can have another code lock to put up. But I need more code locks in base. We're not safe. Especially now I'm going to be giving away my raiding stuff. No idea on this server yet. I've not worked it out. On vanilla, I can do the whole one side of the map to the other. But this ain't vanilla. This is running a bit more custom. I reckon to run from here to the other side of the map and back will be 5 fillets of fish. Of sea fish. Yeah. Okay. And we need more nails because I need to turn all these into corridors. Right, put some guns away. Put some other stuff away. I'll worry about that off stream. Num 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 num. I would, if it was here, I would leave. If this had skills, if this had that skill thing in, I would no longer play this server. It spoils it for me. It stops being a hardcore PvP. It stopped, for me, it's too far. 70 in a box of nails. I understand why people do like the skills thing. I don't. For me, it's something I don't want to worry about. For me, it spoils the game. I don't mind there being hardcore servers that have it, but this is not a hardcore server, if that makes sense. And if you turn it into a hardcore server, you'll lose some of the player base you have now. And you might not gain new player base because the new player base are happy playing their already hardcore servers. But it's not my decision. I'm not the server owner. But it's not something I would ever vote for. And I would, if it was on here, I would find a new home. I'd have to. So I made it from here to here and back on like 3 bits of fish. Then the 4th was used, and I probably needed 1 more. Thank you. That restricts what I can build then. Back to the drawing board. Yeah, making you think all the time. Right, guys, I'm going to log for the moment. I want to have some food. I want to have a break from the screen, and then I'll come back in later. We've done 3 hours. As I said, I'll take a break, and then I'll come on and do another 3 hours. Then I'll take a break, and then probably do another 3 hours this evening. So it'll be 9 hours in total, but I want that little break. That's good to hear. That's really good to hear. I'm just not a fan of it. But I need a break, guys. I need some lunch. I need to sort my life out a little bit. But I will catch you all later. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you've got